Greetings and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. I am back for another Lance free-to-play full walkthrough video in Shadow Era. Last time I played, I forgot to do this, but we have the Trick or Treat Halloween special still going on, and with that is a free 200 Shadow Crystals, so I did that. I also found some links that Catalina posted, thank you Catalina, of a bunch of free stuff. So we got a new card sleeve, one of each pack, another 5 Lost Lance packs. A big thank you to Kyle for continuing the trick-or-treat competition tradition, and thank you to Catalina for posting the links of the free stuff. Now in this video, I actually screwed up recording the audio, so I'm going to watch the video and just talk over what I was doing. So if things seem a little out of sync, that's why. So now I'm going to go in here and play this video in my background and let you know what's going on. So I start off the video with my daily chest. Let's see what I got. I got a bone saber, which is great. That thing sells for a lot. I'm not going to use it for any decks, so I have no intention on keeping that. So now let's see. I have the sleeve. That's right. I'm going to add the Dark Riding Hood sleeve that I mentioned to you before. So we're adding that in here right now. Adding a little more swag. It's looking good. Saving the deck. Now let's go to the merchant and check out our free stuff. It'll show up in our booster packs, so I should be opening that here. Awesome, you can see look at all those beautiful packs that we have to open. So first we'll open Call of the Crystals. I'm gonna give you a little breakdown of what I got here. Shrine of Negatia, human tech card, for 4 cost or less. Not the best of tech cards, so I don't mind it. Surprise attack, draw a card for hunters, attaches to a friendly ally. Not that popular though. Erica, not a great ally, we'll probably just sell that. Elad, another hero. Don't remember if I already had an Elad or not. War Banner, it's a nice little artifact to put in play. Opposite of Book Curses, so this one, your friendly ally has a +1 attack. Keldor, it's an ally. Retreat, you already have 4, so that will automatically sell to the merchant. Next, we got a Sever Ties. Used to be better back in Call of the Crystals for taking Enraged off of warriors. Now it's not used so much. And next, we got Zoe Silversmith. It's an ally. Fire Snake. OP, Nerf Fire Snake. Shadow Font. Ooh, great having that Shadow Font. It's like a staple for Greybone and Zal. So very happy to see one of those for the collection. See what else we got. Throwing Knife, that's just gonna get vendored. Transference, probably just gonna get vendored. Net Trap, might keep that. Works pretty well with Skirvox as an extra disable. Freeze and Grip. Not sure if I'll be using a freeze deck or not. That's kind of memey. Let's check out Dark Prophecies. Night Owl already got 4, so that's going to be vendored by the merchant. Disrupt Aura. Not a great card. Honestly, that's probably going to get vendored. Blessed Protection. That used to be more popular when it first came out, but now not so much. Braxonian Temptress. You can see this in the in a haste Tala build, so that's not terrible. Let's see, Nocturnal Advantage. It's actually a pretty good tech card, because not only do heroes and opposing heroes and allies lose stealth, but your allies also have +1 attack and ambush. It's pretty versatile. They did introduce 7 cost allies for both Shadow and human that can remove stealth, so Nocturnal Advantage not so much. We got a Majaya, Artful Squire. I think this card's very underrated actually, because it's an ally and you can use it as tech. This Sunblighted one used to be more popular when it first came out. Now Greybone just has better options for pulling from the graveyards and as much. Mindless Ferocity, not a bad attachment. Brax, this is probably one of the better human tech heroes to use, both for haste and harder for smaller allies to attack him. Stand Firm, I was never a big fan of that, it's probably going to get vendored. Forgiveness, very good card for Jericho and Threbin. Probably going to hang on to that. Outwitted, not a great card, can get vendored. Dark Revelations, I tried it for a Prax deck before, but the 2 Shadow Energy cost just really kills it. You can see me pointing it out here too. So that's just gonna get vendored. Frosted Oregon, not bad for a freeze deck. If you end up going freeze, you're probably using that ally. Let's see, Shattered Fates. Guardian Monoxio for a Templar deck. Aramaya, another hero, can't complain. Cryptspawn Tormentor, great undead ally. Venom Flame Archer, another ally for Skurvox. Kirk of the Assigned, that's going to be a Tyradune ally. Shocking Grasp, it's a tech. Not bad. Not a bad tech card because it does 2 damage. You move the passive abilities, but not particularly popular either. Justicar's Cape, you can see this for Aramaya Templar builds, the bigger they are. Was never a big fan of that, probably get vendored. Transmog Curse, great card, especially pairing it with Sorcerer of Endia. Yeah, really great card for dealing with fatties from the mage side. So a lot of times because of the Transmog with the Sorcerer, you might have one Leyline Nexus and that's it for other tech. Zealous Mystic, don't see that a lot, not as much as you used to. It was particularly popular for Lance attachment decks. Eris, ooh, Eris, nice, that's right. We got Eris, that's a staple Lance ally, so that is definitely going to go in the deck. Also great for Jericho. Ricochet Trap, couldn't use it for Baduru or Gwen. Twilight Edgelon, so that's another Twilight card, Aramaya Twilight especially. Wooden Spear, pretty good comboing with Plunderer, particularly with Logan decks. I actually like it in there. Could see use in Rotham too. Redux Channel, not bad for Prax, since you can always set it so that you have 2 allies on the top of the opponent's deck. So you get a little more consistent for damage. You might have 1 or 2 in a Prax deck. You might not. It's just one of those kinds of cards. That's not bad, but you might not be able to fit it. Now these are all foils, okay? So these are pricier cards. If the stuff you don't want, you can vendor off for a good amount. Death from Above, so for Woven ally decks, I don't use this a lot. I generally only use it for when Elementalis is big in the meta, because Elementalis likes a lot of 4-cost allies. So Death from Above and a Woven ally deck can take care of that. Platinum Chainmail, this is generally for a aggro meta, because of it doesn't lose durability from cheap allies. Curse of the Aldmore, some attachment decks use it, like some mage attachment decks use it. I don't particularly use it that much. Energy Extraction, this is like a staple Zal card, for really getting that extra burst. Venom Flame Archer, you know what that is. Yeah, so I might end up vendoring that. Probably will end up vendoring Chainmail too, because aggro is just not big. A lot of those I might end up vendoring for the gold. Alright, campaign. Let's see what we got here. Pillaging Arsonist. Could see some play in Zal decks. Skurvox too for that extra damage ping with his poison. Otherwise, I don't see a lot of use for it outside of those 2 heroes. Red-Eyed Warg would be better if you got rid of that damaged ally stipulation. And if it was maybe a 2/5, Warg could be better. But right now, it's just not a very good ally. It isn't. Rest in peace, wild ally decks. Let's see. Fate on Commander. This is actually pretty nice for the damaging Ravager location decks. It removes like stuns, disables, freezes, the base attack, the ping. Caravan Smuggler, not a big fan of. Super Meme Hornbeam, here he is. He's just gonna get vendored. Blackadder, it needs ambush with that poison effect. Otherwise, it's just not a good card. Let's see. Yeah, Treetop Spider. Treetop Spider is probably the best of the wild. But yeah, so if you combined those 2 together, you might have a good ally. Mountain Wolf, I don't like it as a 3/3. I like the effect, just not the stats. I think the stats are better suited for on-death abilities, on-summon abilities. Otherwise, he's too vulnerable. He's just too vulnerable for trying to ramp up. Might be better as like a 2/6/4/4. Ooh, Mass Bandit, one of the better 2-cost allies if you can get your hands on one of these guys. Basically, Mass Bandit and Kairat Devotee I think are the best for Shadow right now. Poison Well, does pretty well for mage decks when using with Transmog Curse. For some nice easy damage later. Higher Ground, not a big fan of it. You could see it in Warrior Defender decks, otherwise, not really. Cave Spider, I tried it out and I wasn't a huge fan of it either. Nightshade can pull it off because it has Ambush, but without Ambush, it's just not very good. Let's see. Ooh, Sentinel. Lair and Sentinel. This is the new staple 2-cost ally now for Tala. East Road Bandit. I'd like it better if it didn't have Meek. With Meek, it's just not a very good ally to me. Now let's see. Buy the Sword. I'd like it better if it also buffed allies that were in play already when it summoned, when you summoned Buy the Sword. But right now, I feel like that by the time you played it, have a chance to even play it, you've already gone through most of the allies in your deck. So I don't think it's particularly great right now. I mean, maybe you can drop it on turn 2. Okay, so now we go through the Lost Lands. Alright, this is for the Ravager damage deck again. Like it, especially with Cage Savage, so that's why I use that card. Unaxio Squire. I wish it didn't have Meek. But Unaxio Squire I do like for Ethan deck, so. Scripture Departed, Twilight Draw, Almor Sentry. This is like a, it's a different kind of Braxton Orange Soldier, basically. So instead of disabling haste, they makes it so that haste allies can't attack your hero. And the stun ability could be pretty good for a Shadow deck, so I want to play more control, since it's a 2-turn disable for 2 Shadow energy. But otherwise, you don't get a lot of usage out of the Sentry. Rabble Rouser. There's that's one we definitely wanted to see for Lance. One of my goals here. Surge in Darkness could see more potential depending how locations play out, but right now I just don't have a lot of use for it. Forgotten Horror, staple for undead decks, just like all of them. It's just such a good card. Permeate, I consider this a staple for Elementalis, so that's very good to see. Zalian Scholar, Attachment Priest, probably Jericho. Dahlia, we definitely wanted that for Lance too. We pair that with Dagger of Unmaking when we get one of those later, because we don't want to discard Ankle Breaker. Yeah. Come on, move on. There we go. Turncoat, pretty good when paired up with Covert Operative. Otherwise, I wouldn't use it without Operative. Weaponsmith, like a staple warrior ally at this point, with all the weapons they have at their disposal. Living Ice Wall, pretty good for Lilith decks. Good for Eremia too. It's like a free ally that she can pull from the deck, so not a bad mage card. Garth, another hero, very good. I like this guy, War Giant, especially in a Tala deck with the combat damage being reduced. And the fact that as soon as he deals combat damage to an ally, they're just exiled. They're just completely wiped out. So this is like both of the new warrior allies I feel like are staples for Tala. Let's see. Got 5 more Lost Lands packs open. Ooh, another Rabble Rouser, very cool. Zalian Scholar, cool. There's Tala, we were just talking about her. Blessed Charge, Jericho Attachment. I like that Jericho has basically enemy and friendly attachments that he can use now to a tailored form. Bannerman, I like it for Sisilo, like Victor decks. But otherwise, I find it difficult to use. Maybe Eremia, haste decks, that's right. Grave Robber would be better for as a 2-3, but as a 1-4, I just don't have any use for it in rogue decks. Covert Operative, we just talked about. You don't treat Covert Operative as an ally, because this is it's a removal card. It's like a retreat. It's another version of retreat. But you don't treat it as an ally in your deck in terms of counting up your allies. We just talked about this is the other one, Nanaya. Very good warrior ally, being able to, because with Tala she can protect her. Very good for weapon decks that aren't Amber. Just very good ally overall. Alright, Pathfinder's Machete, very good for tech against stealth and play with locations. Very nice, cheap weapon. Another Weaponsmith, cool. Stardust Transfuser, this is like a staple for me in Zal decks now, because Zal doesn't really have big allies in his discard deck, and Transfuser can really make some big allies, some bigger allies for you to help out. Nice buff that it got. Camouflage Throw, very nice Hunter Trap that was added, very strong. There's Crucible, so that's another Terradoon card. We're getting a lot of Terradoon cards, liking that. Ooh, Tempest Scourge, this is one of the better locations that are out there right now. With the retreat effect, you can generally use that with Machete. So it's a two shatter energy retreat for either your target friendly ally. Okay. So it's another form of dealing with enemy attachments, since it's not going to be able to bounce theirs. So it's particularly good for like Bloodfang, for example, or undead decks for cycling horrors. Rest with the Weary. It's like at this point it's like more like an Arcane Intellect. Pay 3, draw 2. I used to use that before they brought Soul Reaper back with Zal with Sinkhole. Here we go. More Lost Lands. Here we are. Barren Land, Gremlin. I definitely see more play with him now, not just in Rake Up, now that Discard Aramaya is kind of making a comeback. So Gremlin's another good one-cost ally that's being added back again. Don't mind seeing him. Spontaneous Growth, that's a great Homunculus attachment. Buff your ally and draw a card. Another Transfuser. So Silo, it just needs to be turn 4. With it being turn 5, I just don't see it being usable right now. Then Cage Savage, that's the for the Damage Ravager theme. Goes very well with Burning Hatred. Training Outpost, I like it for Ellie, for getting in very early and cheap Exaltation. There aren't a lot of decks that I like it for, though. There really aren't a lot of heroes that I like using that for. Really, right now, it's just Elementalis that I can see using it for. Maybe some Woven actual decks, because get some more expensive ones. There's another Machete. Trading Port. It was best used before with Undead for their artifact, but since it was changed to cost 4 greater instead of cost 3, I don't see a lot of use for it right now. I think it would be better if it was changed back to cost 3. Let's see, Bloodfang, nice, another hero. He won the World Championship last year. There's the damaged Ravager ally theme I was talking about. That's their location. I actually like this location. It's pretty good. Armored Pack Beast. I'd like it better if it just said all damage to Armored Pack Beast reduced by 1 at the end of each of your turns. Your hero heals 1 damage. I like it if it was more consistent, but right now it's not really consistent. Another Weaponsmith. Devotee, really like Devotee, especially in decks that can deal direct damage with their ability. That can kill allies more easily with their ability, so that he can pay the 3 costs to steal the ally. But yeah, definitely one of the top 2-cost allies right now, I think, for Shadow. He does have Meek in the earlier of the game, so you're not going to be able to really do early hero damage with him, though. Subdue, this is the attachment for mage attachment decks. So if you're playing that deck, you're going to want Subdue. Ground Shift, I like it better for the as a passive tech, location tech if you need it. You know it's there. Let's see, Yari Plunderer, that's the guy that we're talking about. That's why we like Forge too, especially in this meta right now, with Plunderer being huge for recycling weapons. So with the Gorge, with the Forge, the weapons are exiled as soon as they're destroyed, so there's no chance of recycling them. Volcanic Springs, I actually do like this one in terms of putting some extra pressure on the board if you need it, because of the fire damage. Replicate might be better in future expansions, but right now there just aren't enough good non-unique fatties. There's like Forgotten Horror, and like that's it. Let's see. Black Market. The 4 cost really concerns me. The 2 less resources to summon might cancel the effect a little bit, but it's really hard to get a good tempo play for Black Market. I think I'd try it out if it was cost 3 to do the draw, but at cost 4, I think it's going to cost too much tempo. Yeah. That's just how I feel looking at it and how I feel seeing it. I just think it's too much of a tempo loss. Scriptures, more Twilight draw. Twilight has a lot of options. That's why Aramaya Twilight is normally the go-to. But now the discard's come back, we'll see some more different things. Another Thriss, very cool. Dark Infiltrator, I like the idea for Darklaw, but Darklaw's deck is only so tight that it's hard to fit in these extra cards in his deck. I like the idea, I just have a hard time fitting it. Krugel Lookout, this card just needs to be completely reworked. That ability is just not good. It's just not a good ability. Threben, another hero, very cool. I've really been meaning to try out this card in like a Dark Claw aggro deck, you know, he has different hasted ally options. So I really want to try out putting in a bunch of hasted allies and just really slam at the opposing hero. Or even not, it's just a good, looks like a good ally. Again, just going to fit it because they have so many good 2-cost allies, like Woven Prophet right here, for example. And Blood Pack Shaman. There's just so many good options they have now for cheaper allies. Barrenland Gremlin, I talked about him. There's the Gorge that I was talking to you about. I like the idea of Harness. It's just, I don't think there are enough cards around the turning item into ally theme yet. I just don't think there's enough mage item pool for it. But it could be good later. It could be good later, just not right now. Sword Gobbler, this is another guy that's really good for Tech 2 against the Plunderer decks, because he's exiling weapons. Also good for, like, Banebow decks, too, because of the 3-cost 2/2 Weevils. So you can get your Weevils in your graveyard pretty quickly for your Gobbler to be buffed. So definitely not a bad ally at all for Shadow. Torn Apart, I do like this card for Woven Ally decks, for dealing with fatties, and you get a nice little buff for your Woven Allies too. Don't when I use it, I don't use more than 2 of them, because you do need at least 2 Woven Allies in play. Child of Admor, the only time I've ever really wanted to use it was in Zal decks. Otherwise, it's not bad for what it does. Woven Slaver, the only thing I could think of using it for was maybe in a Bloodfang, like fatty deck. But otherwise, I haven't gotten a lot of use out of it. Turret and Scroll. That's the one that I wanted to put into my Fire Magi deck, but I just couldn't fit it. There were just so many other cards I wanted to put in there, and I couldn't fit it. Aldmore Scout. This definitely is a staple Aldmore card to me. Especially like Meat Wagon Ellie deck. So using like 35 allies and 4 Meat Wagons, right? So Aldmore Scout definitely was going to help you search for additional allies. For more draw. I like Urgon. I like the Urgon Vero combo, but I feel like they need to be 4/4 allies. At 4 cost, having those types of stats is just very hard to play them. It's very hard to put them on the board. Camouflage Flow, we talked about that before. We got another one. Yeah. Spontaneous Growth, very cool. Woven Tinker, this guy is so good. He's an obvious Darklaw buff with the +2 durability, so you got the buff for your Jeweled Dreams, keeping it in play. Pull it back with Blood Pot, with Shaman, Leash of Life. I know this is a lot like the 4CC hero attachment that Elementals have. There is more potential for this as we get more mage allies. There's get more allies that have a cost associated with it. I just don't think they have enough of a theme of it yet to warrant using Leash of Life. The more options they get for that, the better this card will get. But it's a nice idea, and I like having it around for that. Warp Desert, ever since they changed it so that it was only opposing player cards that are exiled, it's just been so inconsistent. It's just not a good card anymore. Even then, it used to be a niche card, but now it's just too difficult. Gremlin, yep. Swampland would be better if Wild Allies just weren't so bad. The allies are so bad right now that even making them cost less, it doesn't matter. Vest, another hero, very good. Another War Giant, very cool. Alright, we got one more. Okay. Popsicle, very nice. That's what I was talking about. There's another example of the mage ability cost, the ally ability cost, so we're getting them. We're getting them. So Silo, again, needs to be turned 4. Cruel Lookout needs to be completely redone. Stardust Descender, I do like it. I'd like it more if Elementals had more actual Admor allies that were just Elemental allies too. You know, like maybe like they're in a transition stage between being an Admor and being an Elemental. I think it'd be cool if they got some Elemental allies that were Admor types. Let's see, Clockwork Soldier. I do like the idea of it. It's hard to use because you keep having to pay 1 Shadow Energy to bring it back. So if you don't feel like using your ability a lot, you can use this guy. Not a bad idea to use. Thaddeus' Vault. It was better when they weren't able to steal allies from your graveyard. In the past, it was exile an ally in the graveyard and draw a card. I think it was like maybe 3 Shadow Energy to do it. or 2 Shadow Energy to do it. But once it changes to stealing the ally, then it just killed the vault. Yep, Tinker, Crucible, there you go. Wild Trading Port, again, needs to be 3 cost. Proving Grounds, this is like the staple for Reika, Humongous decks. Same thing too for Elementalis, but Reika seems to do it better. Just has better options. Another Squire, cool. Safe Return, I just have a hard time getting use out of this guy. It could be good for, was it Salient Scholar that gives you draw? Yeah, putting on your draw allies to protect them. So if you put it, attach it to the Scholar, attach it to Elizabeth Winterborn, it can be good to make sure that you always have them back and ready to keep providing draw. So that's a way to make a deck that's pure draw from your allies. All right, so there's Eremia, Braxno Citadel. The only time I really like this was for mage decks that were using Dagger of Unmaking. Because then they're just bouncing as they try to attack a hero, which is hilarious. Rogues typically want to use Ankle Breaker. For Ankle Breaker, they do lose the attack, but they don't get disabled first. So it's harder to use it with that, but it is more defensive for you. So Braxno Citadel is another one that's not bad. Let's sell some extra cards here that we don't need. We got 100 gold from a couple of extras that we have. You know, like I talk about, got an extra LAD, I think. We actually have a foil LAD. I completely missed that. Yeah, so in this video, I forgot to sell that LAD. But I'll sell it next time. Let's see, we're looking to sell. I think there's a bunch here that we can sell. Yeah, we can definitely sell the Blake. Not gonna need that. We can sell the Ericas. We're not gonna need her. We can sell the... Yeah, we can sell Bridget. Yeah, Kurt's still in the deck. Can't quite sell it yet. Yep, definitely sell the Dirks. That's still in the deck. Keep the Pew in. Yeah, sell the Zoe. We're not going to need her for anything. Yeah, some of these guys, like, I forgot to save my deck before, so... I didn't want to sell the Shadow allies until I knew better about what I was doing to Shadow, so I'm going to hold on to those 3 cost allies. Fire Snakes, I'm not going to need it. As funny as it is to meme about it. Carnivore, yeah, we're just going to get rid of it. Dark Flare, yeah, we'll get rid of it. Let's see. We'll keep those. Do we want to sell anything here? Maybe later I'll sell the Freezing Grip, because I didn't sell it here. Let's see. Surprise Attack, yeah, we can sell that. That Trap, we'll probably hold on to that. Okay. Ooh, the Throwing Knife, yep. We can definitely sell that. Recons. Yeah, we can sell the extra one. Okay, yeah, hold on to Assassinate. I'll save those, yeah. Transference, yeah, won't need it. Sell one of the shrines. Won't need both of them. Yeah, I think we held on to those. Yeah, definitely sell the extra sharps. Sometimes I use it for Yathan, but that's about it. Otherwise, it's just better stuff now. And it's cheap enough to get back to if I need it. I might sell the Severed Ties later. I passed over that. Yeah, see what weapons I need for Logan. Because I'm going to do Logan next time when I do campaign stuff. Keep Squire, keep Brax. Definitely don't need the old Iron Dagger. Thing's awful. Should be a 2/2 weapon. Let's see. Sunblighted Wall? There was a couple things I skipped over there that I could sell. See if I go back to it. Outwitted, yeah. I think we could sell the Blessed Protection too. Nocturnal Advantage I'd keep. Dark Revelation I can keep. Yeah, get rid of that. Get rid of the Dark. Yep, there it is. Let's see, anything here? I don't see anything here. These are good. I think I sold the Templar stuff, so I might sell the Guardian later. We got 2 Venom Flames. Keep the foil for now then. I think we'll sell the Grasp and the Redux channel here, because I don't think we're going to need them anytime soon. They're kind of niche. Yeah. If anything, maybe get Grasp later. But I don't think my Zal deck uses it. Yeah, sell the foil of that, get the extra gold. I can sell the chainmail too. Spear? Yeah, keep spear for Logan. Don't need the bone saber. Cool concept, but we don't really need it. Even in undead decks, can't fit it. Yeah, the Bannerman. Squire keep, yep. Yeah, Devotee keep that. Horror keep that. Savage, yeah, I'm not gonna use that anytime soon. Did I sell a keep? I think I kept that. I can probably go and sell the Pack Beast later. Child of Admore, even in my the Sentry, there's not gonna be enough usage for, I don't think. Yeah, the Admore, I'm not gonna. Even in Zal. Yeah, Leash of Life. It will be better later, but just not right now. Yeah, Scholar maybe we can keep. The Lookout, I can probably sell that. I don't know if I sold that or not. Safe Return. I can get it back when I want it. But for a while, I'm not going to be using it. I'd rather fill up my deck. Yeah, keep the Operative, keep the Turncoat. Let's see. The Slaver and Dark Infiltrator, I think I can sell both of those. Yep. Replicate. Okay. Yeah, Surging Darkness. Cool idea. Don't really need it right now. West Further Rary. Don't really need it right now. Burning Hatred. Am I going to use that? The Cockroach Soldier. Ooh. It's nice, but I think I'd rather have the cards to build my actual decks. Yeah, the Harness. Not going to need that. The Machete. Brothers Landing. Really needs to be turn 4. I don't like it otherwise. Yeah, don't need that. Not until unless they rebuff it. I mean, like take away the nerfs they did to it. Same thing with Vault. Not using it the way it is. Oh, Volcanic Springs, we'll keep that. And Swampland, yeah, we're getting rid of that. At least until Wild Allies get nice increases. I think I'd rather sell the trading port. I don't know if I did that here. If I didn't do that here, I'd do that next time, guys. Yeah, so, yeah, because without the cost 3 for trading port, it's just not that good anymore. Yeah, I think I'm just going to sell all the Wild Allies. I tried playing with them before. It is not good. They aren't good. Smuggler, yeah, not impressed. Bandit, lose the Meek. Wolf, yeah, uni buffs, of course. Cave Spider, yep, sorry guy. We'll keep the Bandit. I think we'll keep your Arsonist. Super Meme, Hornbeam, we're selling you. You too, Mimi. Buy the Sword, yeah. Maybe in the future I'll try to buy the Sword, but yeah, Higher Ground, 2 Niche, I think. Poison Well, maybe for a mage deck. It would be interesting to try out Buy the Sword. Alright. Yeah, I'll start putting stuff into this deck. Actually, I think while I'm doing this, I think I forgot to save my deck the first time, but I don't think it really mattered. Because I knew what cards I wanted to get. Which is what I'm looking at here. Yeah, so I got 2 more Rabble Rousers. Because definitely gonna fill that up. Yep. Let's see. No. Yeah, I should have a Dahlia there, but that's right. I want the Dagger of Unmaking first before I use Dahlia. But I can drop the Kurt. I do have an Eris. I would probably use the Brax in this case as the other 5-cost ally. Yeah, let's add the Eris first. See how it looks. Okay. And then probably the Brax, because I don't want to discard Ankle Breakers or Dahlia. That's just not ideal. And I think Brax is better than the Sentry for Lance. Yeah. And then I'm going to exit without saving. Because I'm a pro. Nope. Yeah. Go back and forth. That's right. I'm checking out to see what cards I want to add to it. I definitely want the daggers. More rabble rousers, more sword thieves. Oh, I did save it. Okay. All good. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm getting dagger on making first. 600, that's not bad. Look how much gold we got, too. That's amazing. Ah, free stuff. So much free stuff, guys. This took us no time at all, and our deck is absolutely massive right now. Alright, we'll get one more Dahlia. To fill that out, to go with the Dagger of Unmaking. Maybe this one I forgot to save. Well, which one would I drop here? Which one did I drop here? That's right, I have Rabble Rouser, so I dropped Recon. Because with Rabble Rouser, you don't really need the Recon at this point. Even though Rabble Rouser only buffs the Rogue Allies, I have a lot of Rogue Allies. I'm gonna drop that. Yep. Then we'll put in the 2 daggers. Then we can add the Dahlias in here. I know I still want another Eris. I want a couple of Nathanius. More Ironmongers for sure. Fill that out. Because Ironmonger does better with Rabble Rouser than Nightshade does to kill those early allies that only have like 3 or 4 health. Yeah, so that's when I forgot to save it. Alright, I knew at one point I forgot to save it when I made changes, but it's not a big deal. Because we can just make our changes again when we go back. And yes, I did realize it when I went into here that I was like, I forgot to save it. Okay, yeah, now we can get rid of the Kurtz, because we pulled them out before. Yeah, I think we left you in the deck. So we'll make the changes to the deck, then we'll sell the Earthen Protector. That's fine. Alright, yeah, Sword Thief. We just need 2 more of those, right? Yeah. And then Rabble Rouser. Yeah, 2 bees. 2 bees. Nice. 2 more of those. Ironmonger, definitely 2 more of those. 3 more of those. Yeah, there's 1. There we go. There's 2 more. Yeah. 1 more Eris. Very good. Pricey, but we're rich people right now. Nathanius, we want 2 of those. We do want Tainted Oracle, but I don't think we have enough to complete the deck that I want to build. Yeah, 450 each. So that's right. We got Ill-Gotten Gains right now and Stop Thief right now. So we can do fine with this collection. This deck is absolutely great. Oh, that's right. I forgot to put Nathanius in after buying him here. So I'll add that in for next time. I also forgot to I forgot to spend the because you notice I had the 250 Shadow Crystals, right? I forgot to buy 2 more packs of Shattered Fates. So I'll do that next time too. And then I think we'll actually do some rated matches, like, because we just got so much good stuff here. Now again, the deck isn't perfect, but I think it's going to be very good. with the way it is, and we should be able to really increase the amount of XP and gold we get. Because when you matches in rated, you get a lot more than what you get out of campaign. And for campaign, you only get the rewards once when you run it the first time. I think you still get the XP every time, but you don't get any more gold after completing it the first time. Yeah, so Stop Thief and Ill-Gotten Gains are going to be things that we sub out later, but we're going to use it right now. It's not like they're bad cards. They're just not the perfect ideal for this deck that I wanted to play, because I wanted to play with a lot of allies. So yeah. So that's how this looks here. We should be just about done. So now I saved it, and that's it. So definitely next time we're going to play, we're going to get the packs. We're going to put the Nathanius in. We're going to have some fun here. And I can't wait to do this again next time with you guys.